Hey guys, Dave here from JDH Reptiles. Welcome back to the channel. It's been, I don't know, maybe a month or close to it since I put out a video. Before we get started, I do want to answer a couple questions because I've had some people message me. They've hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. I'm okay. I'm healthy. I'm doing fine. If you're following my Facebook or my Instagram, I still post pretty much daily or at least every other day. Things have just gone slow. I'm also working on trying to lose a little bit of weight. So I've been really focused on my diet and trying to stay into that, and that's been taking a little bit of time. But as you guys know, we also had our garage floor replaced, which is also basically the ceiling to the basement that it's now done, and we have changed it into our new rat house. So I'll get a video out updating that and showing you what we've done and what our plans are in the future for that area. But yes, I did want to say I'm fine, I'm healthy, I'm happy. I've just been busy. It's the holiday season, so I've been putting a little extra work on the side, and I've also just been, keeping things going here. We're still breeding, we're still doing it all. Matter of fact, we're having a great season starting off already. And I'm ready to get back into doing some videos and updating all of you on everything going on here now. So today's video, we're going to dive back into what was clutch 26 of 2022. I don't know how to click and put the videos here or whatever, but I'll try to remember to put the video links down below of the egg pulling and of the egg cutting video. And if we did an update video, which I don't remember if we did or not, I will do an update video, or I'll link that as well. So what that was, and we're going to show you the animals, and I'm going to give you the answers to finally figuring out what's going on here. So the female, I'm going to grab her in just a second and show you. She is part of the whole black ball, red ball scandal that happened a handful of years ago. I didn't purchase these animals directly from the guy in Poland, but I bought them from somebody here in the States who did. She purchased 3 animals, a male and 2 females, bred them all together. I think there was 2 clutches worth from both females, and got all normals. Okay, so then she was saying she's putting them up for sale, and I said I'll take them. Price was great. I wasn't buying them because of the black ball thing or the red ball thing. I was buying them because it was a great deal for proven breeder females. I really didn't have an interest in the male. I sold the male. Matter of fact, I sold 1 female too, and I kept 1. The only reason we kept her, she looked like she had some really good tracks. So Jamie thought maybe we should put her to a pied to see if she's pied. And my only idea behind this whole thing was the red ball was a dyed albino, and the black ball I think was supposed to be some kind of dyed like xanthic or whatever. I don't know. But I thought if these are really offspring from those 2 animals, maybe it's het albino. So we did pair her. Grab my phone here because I have all her info. She's only given us 1 clutch. So she was paired, let's see here, earlier in 2022. We paired her to, let's see, back in 2020, we paired her to a Lemon Blast, Desert Ghost. We never got a clutch out of her. 2021, in January 2021, we paired her to an albino het tri-stripe, and we didn't get a clutch from her then either. 2022, which is this season's January, we paired her to what we produced, a pastel blackhead het pied. That's all he is, 100% het pied, and we got a clutch this year. So the clutch we got this year yielded us 4 eggs. Sorry, it was 5 eggs. And I don't remember if we had 2 hets, or 2 normals, I should say, or if we had 1 and 1 egg went bad. I don't remember. I only remember 4 animals. I have 3 of them here, and I know 1 was a normal, and I wholesaled that out. But maybe there was 2 of them. I don't remember. It says here we had 5 good eggs. So I'd have to go back to the egg cutting and see if there were only 4 at that time or if there were 5. But anyways, when we started cutting the eggs, the very first one we looked at was, I can't remember if it was a lavender or if it was a dreamsicle. And it threw us back because, I mean, like, I knew it was really bright for an albino, but we don't have lavender in our collection. So we're like, I blew off lavender instantly. Sent the images to Justin, sent the images a couple other people. Justin instantly, when he saw the dreamsicle, was like, that's a dreamsicle. That's all there is to it. That's a dreamsicle. So we went back and forth on, you know, well, I didn't know that my male was het for lavender. I knew he was het pied, so that kind of makes sense. I contacted the person who we bought the albino het tri-stripe from just to make sure. He's like, nope, I've never had lavender. There's no pied in that line, nothing. Not possible. He can't be the father. The Lemon Blast Desert Ghost, same thing. There's no albino, there's no lavender, there's no pied, no nothing in that line. So can't be a retained sperm from either of those 2. So it's got to be our pastel blackhead het pied. So the reason this video took so long is I did shed testing. So I bought the kits from Morph Market. There's not kits that you buy a package so you can send it in. And I sent hers in for the whole thing. Het clown, het albino, het toffee or candy, het lavender, het pied, the whole 9 yards. Came back positive for pied and lavender, which obviously I knew that was going to happen because we had a dreamsicle, but I didn't want to not have enough evidence. So she came back great. Boom, she's a het dreamsicle, which is sweet. Now I know I have basically a normal het dreamsicle, and it came from Poland. So that's kind of cool. So I took the male, waited till he shed, sent it in just for lavender. Just wanted to see if he's het lavender. Negative. So the only possible thing I can think of is this is a parthogenic clutch. And I don't know a lot about parthenogenesis, so I asked a handful of people. I made a post in the Canova Discord, and what I've heard in the past kind of was reiterated and verified, and that is basically that in this case where you have an animal that is a normal 100% double het, the offspring cannot get any het genes. So they can either get all the visual genes, because the mom, when she reproduces, she has to give both copies. So, you know, you got 2 sides of the allele. One comes from the father, one comes from the mother. But if the mother does this, a parthenogenous clutch, she has to give both copies. So the normals that we produced would have just been normals. Shouldn't have been het for lavender or het for hypo. Or I mean, het for pied. Has to be just a normal. The lavenders we got should be not het for pied. They should just be visual lavenders, because she's going to give both alleles for that. And then getting the dreamsicle is because she gave both alleles for the pied and both the alleles for the lavender. So I'm going to show you the animals. I'll go through some of the shed testing we've done, and I'm even going to show our male to you. But the male really is out of the question. He can't be it. This has got to be a parthenogenous clutch, which puts us in a little bit of a quandary. Do we sell the female, sell the hatchlings, and not work lavender because we don't work lavender here? Or do we invest in a lavender albino or a dreamsicle or a het pied, you know, lavender, whatever, so we can run that and have another project here? I got answers to that too. So let's jump into this. Alright guys, so we're going to start with the female. She is in shed. She's in blue right now. But she's always got this dusky appearance. I almost wonder if she was like a fire or a special or something. If I have a photo of it, I'll post her right now. So that is what she looked like not in shed. This is what she looks like in shed. So still, regardless, pretty light overall. Even in shed, you could tell she's not super dark. like a regular normal. She's definitely very bright, but you know, she has these tracks. They're not great. This tail area is pretty good. But Jamie thought, you know, maybe she was het for pied, and I don't typically believe in tracks and whatnot because I've been bitten on that a couple times. But we had no idea she would be het for lavender. So when we made the pairing, we were hoping to get, you know, pieds, pastel, blackhead pieds, etc. And then when we got the dreamsicles, it threw everything into a nest. We didn't know what to do. So like I said, we did send her shed out, and it is proven het lavender, het pied, which again makes sense because we got dreamsicles. So I'm gonna put her back. I'll grab the male in question really quick, but again, he's really not part of the equation. I just want to show you guys who we did pair her to, and depending, we might pair her to him this year because I'd really like to make some blackhead pieds, and if they're het lavender, I mean, that'd be kind of cool. So let me put her back and grab him. Alright, so here are the two lavenders. Now again, if this is a parthogenic clutch, what I'm being told is there's no way that these can be het for pied. This one here, I sent the shed test off and had it tested. It's not het for pied. So that would make sense. That would fall into the realm of what we're thinking here. Just adjusting the color a bit. It's not going to look right, but they are super, I mean, they're lavender. They're not just albino, but they're super, super bright. This girl here is available, by the way. She's listed on our Morph Market page. She's being sold as just a lavender because she's shed tested to not be het for pied. So female lavender. And on this one here, I've got a little issue with. It's got this little scab on its head here. I don't know if that was a bite from a rat, which I don't think it was. I don't think it's a rub. I don't know what's going on with it, so I'm keeping an eye on it. Right now it's not eating either though, so I don't know if that's because of the wound on his head. It'll take and kill all the prey I put in its tub, but it doesn't eat. So I'm just keeping an eye on her, keeping that clean, hoping that wound will come off with a couple sheds, and get her back on food here. This is a female. I have not done a shed test on her yet. I don't believe I'm going to. I'm not sure, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to get tagged by this one. But once, you know, she gets cleaned up, her head heals up, and she's back on food and aggressive, she'll be for sale. But she's going to sit here in the meantime. Obviously, I want to get her back to health, make her nice and happy, get her to be an aggressive eater again. Obviously, she's eating. She's eating a lot of meals, actually. I think she's had about a dozen meals or more. And all rodents, or all rats I should say. But like I said, last couple meals she's killed, but has not actually eaten anything. So those two right there, just lavenders. Like I said, this one was shed tested. It's not het pied. I'm assuming because it's a parthogenic clutch that this would be not het pied as well. So eventually that one will be for sale too. But we're planning not to keep either one of these animals. And there is the star of the show. This is the dreamsicle. So for me, it was in the beginning, it was a catch because I didn't know if this was like a pastel dreamsicle or a blackhead dreamsicle or what. Because again, I was expecting the pastel blackhead het pied to be the father and to just be having lavender in him and not knowing it. Even though we produced him and it shouldn't have been, you know, that's where I was going with originally. Now that I know he's not the father, I know this is a partho clutch, then I know unless she is some other gene, fire, special, something or other, what this has to be here is just a dreamsicle. So really cool looking animal. I'm going to keep it for the time being. I think the idea is we are going to, well, we purchased a lavender het dream. Actually, let me look it up here real quick. It's more than that. I believe it's a... Yeah, let me look. I don't want to give you guys the wrong information. Contacted Canova, and we purchased an Enchi asphalt or yellow belly, lavender, het pied. So when that animal comes in, most likely it's going to be February is my guess, late January or February. I'll do a video on that. But that's what we are doing. We're going to keep this female around, and we're going to hopefully produce yellow belly or asphalt stuff. I'm going to definitely get him tested to make sure. And we're going to find out what he is, and we're going to move that project forward. So if he's yellow belly, we'll probably eventually move this into the highway project. If it's asphalt, I'm going to try and move it into like a pavement project, which I believe it's the name of the asphalt gravels. I don't know if I want to do freeways as well as highways, because we do highways already. We'll see where that goes. But back to this girl here. Again, this is a female. Everything's female, by the way, too. And I believe that is because of the parthenogenesis. I don't believe she can give a male. So I know even the normals that I wholesaled, I can't remember if it was 1 or 2. That I don't remember. But I do remember the entire clutch being female. And that was odd. And then the fact that we got the dreamsicle, the 2 labs, and then 1 or 2 normals. It all makes sense as being parthenogenesis. So we're going to keep this girl. We're going to grow her up. And eventually she'll be part of a bigger lavender project here at JDH Reptiles. Let me move this out. I'm going to brighten this up. Yeah, actually, I mean, that's really what it looks like. She's so dark. That orange is so vibrant. But yeah, such a cool animal. Really had no interest in going into lavenders, and now that I actually have one in my hand, it's like, I think we do. So that's what we're going to do, guys. Alright guys, so I had mentioned showing you the male. I forgot. He's currently in with a female. So again, he's pastel blackhead het pied. We produced him, and he's actually currently being bred to his clutch mate, which is a pastel blackhead het pied. So we're trying to make super blackhead pieds. Hopefully we hit that. It'd be amazing if we do. I'm super stoked. She could have went last year, but she didn't really get good follicle growth, so we didn't breed her last year. She's ready this year. They've locked multiple times, actually. Let's see here. Yeah, they have locked. Actually, this is their second or third. I think a third time. So she's got good follicle growth. Hopefully she'll give us her first clutch here next couple months. Hopefully it'll be a nice solid clutch, and we get the opportunity to make that super blackhead pie. That would be so amazing. So that's kind of what we got with this clutch, this dreamsicle clutch. Again, it was clutch 26. I'll leave those links down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any information or you've ever had a parthenogenesis clutch, I'd love to hear from you. If you have any more information on how that works, I'd love to hear from you, because I'm definitely interested. I think it's possible we had a Partho clutch once in the past. I haven't proved that yet, but I believe that we did. I didn't realize what we'd be going through at that time. This was a couple years ago, so I never thought to document anything. But now having this clutch, I'm thinking about it. We may have had the same thing previous years. But yeah, this was great. It's going to give us something new to move into. We do work albino. We work Candino here. And I think what we're going to do actually is we're going to try and gear all of our projects around lavender and candy. So making candies instead of Candinos. And eventually maybe moving away from regular albino and, you know, taking all of our albino projects that we have and trying to work them into either lavender or candy. Probably candy, because they're allelic, so we can make Candinos and eventually turn those into candies instead of making double het, you know, lavender albinos and trying to turn everything into lavenders. But that's another video. That's another decision. Something we haven't even talked about yet here. But that's kind of what my plans are, what's going through my head. So thanks again, guys. Appreciate your support. Make sure to leave comment down below, like, subscribe if you haven't already. US Arc, if you're not a supporting member, I recommend it. I don't push it on anybody, but if it's something you're interested in, definitely go usarc.org. Check them out. They are there to help us be able to do what we do. Also know that when you purchase an animal from us, we are a USARK supporter, so some of that money will go to USARK as well. But until next time, guys, thanks for swinging by. Glad to be back. Again, I'm healthy. I'm doing fine. Appreciate all you guys' concerns and reaching out to me. That's very nice. But hopefully we'll be hitting a few more videos here before the end of the year and trying to get some things done for you guys and get you caught up. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next video.